Okay, 15th of February, Rudy here. If you're invested in VHY or looking to invest in VHY, then this video is just for you. I'm going to show you an interesting relationship with Woodside, which is a better income play. Alright, so before we get into the comparison, we need to look at the competitors. So in the blue corner we have VHY, so headed up by BHP 10, CBA 8, Westpac 7, NAB 6, Telstra, ANZ. Woodside does get a gig, but it's not very much. Okay, so I just checked their website. Their declared rate, they reckon, is 4.2. And I'll show you that I don't believe that. And then you've got to shave another 0.25% off for their fee. Okay, so you can see it's been a superb, like if you've been in it, well done, congratulations. It's been a cracker. So if we look under the hood, so BHP, if you're new to my channel, I'm basically focused on resources for long-term wealth creation, and BHP has been one of those stocks, but it's not really a dividend. I'm not buying it for dividends. It's so 3.3% dividend. So it's a copper play. So CBA, so nice bounce at resistance, 2.8 div. Okay. Westpac, 3.9 div. Bit of a shooting star week. NAB, so they're 3.6. A bit of a topping pattern there. The banks, I think, may next week. Will be interesting to see what happens with the banks if they can't continue on to new highs. Telstra 3.9. That looks all pretty safe. And ANZ, that's probably the best of the banks. And their div is 5.2. Okay, so if we look at most of those numbers we were talking there were sub 4, so it's hard to see. I don't know, every time I check their website it always says 4.2. Okay, alright, so that's VHY. Now we come to the other corner. So in this corner we have Woodside. As you can see, we've been, and this, what I'm saying, hasn't happened yet. I'm just giving you a heads up. So Woodside, we've been accumulating for a while now. Woodside pays a what's he up to now? 6.4% div. So that doesn't sound much, but that's the other one's 4. This is 50% more income, and it's 100% fully franked. And they've sort of made a strategic decision that that's what they want to grow, their dividend. So what's holding them back and what's going to grow their dividend? This thing, the oil price. So obviously Woodside's oil and gas, so its future depends on this thing, and this thing's hated. So this is like buying the banks. You're buying it like up here. So what you want to do, like for the next 10 years dividends, buy something that's cheap now and it's going to grow. That's the aim of the game. That's what I try and do on the channel. $10 a month is all it takes to join. Get all these beautiful insights. So the oil price is just consolidating, and I think the bias will be upwards. There's a great bottom there. And if we look at the, okay, so I'll show you. So if we do the US oil divided by gold, we get this chart pattern. Okay, so this is, we're going back to the 1970s here, the relationship between oil and gold. So this is where you want to sell oil and buy gold, and this is when you want to sell your gold and buy oil. But I wouldn't be selling. We've been in gold since the channel started a year ago, but the purpose of it is to show that this relationship is, we had a bit of COVID there, but oil is now extremely cheap compared to gold. So there's a lot of things riding in this fella's favour. You could come back down here for another. I think it's just, as you can see, just been buying these dips. Okay, so what's this famous relationship, Rudy? Okay, so if we take the Woodside share price and we divide it by VHY. Okay, so what does this mean? Okay, so what this means is, so when it's going up, it means the Woodside share price is outperforming VHY, and when it's coming down, VHY is outperforming Woodside. Okay, so since September 23, you didn't want to have a bar of Woodside, you just wanted VHY. You would have collected your dividends and made a whole lot more capital growth. Okay, but we can see this happened back in, so 2018, we had this downward slope, and then Woodside started forming this bottoming pattern against VHY. So you can see we sort of had 1, 2, 3 goes, and then if you actually had a switched VHY for Woodside, you would have made an additional 80% on top of VHY. Yes, you would have. So now we're doing it again. We've got this bottoming pattern, and it hasn't broken yet. As I said, you got to tell you about stuff. It's no use waiting for it to be here and then say I told you so. So I'm just trying to make you think about stuff. So we can see here we've had 1, 2. So are we going to have a 3 and it breaks up? Well, I think once Woodside breaks this resistance, then yes, we will. Alright, so that was the little analysis for today. So I reckon if Woodside pulls back this $24 level, so ideally you want to sort of sell the top VHY and then buy the bottom in Woodside, and then in 5 years time you'll be patting yourself on the back. Alright, as I said, $10 a month, join the channel. I like doing this stuff, so join us. See ya.